Alright, we are coming into the convention center. We are very, very, very late. It's like 4:30 or after, and it closes at 6. So it's going to be very, very quick. Devon's looking for an email on his badge number so he can check in. Welcome to LDI. Alright, that is our first, hour at the show. And we pretty much walked the entire show floor.
Really? That was it?
That was it. So...
Okay, I'm going to go back to that original comment. Really? That was it?
Yeah, that was it. So, we might be back tomorrow, we might not. Not sure yet.
But this was it.
But we'll see you later. It is Sunday morning. And Devon and I just had breakfast. And I just wanted to let you guys know that when we are out traveling, we are, I'm not going to say all over, but we're using Instagram pretty heavily. So if you want to follow us on Instagram, that would be great. Devon is Scribe of the Ages, and I am Tomato Productions. I decided to just kind of combine Tomato Systems, Tomato Productions on Instagram. It's just a lot easier that way. So we're going to be headed to the church now to do some troubleshooting and having an issue with how videos are playing on the projectors, so at least through PowerPoint. So we're going to be troubleshooting that, and I'm going to probably let Devon take care of that.
What?
Troubleshooting PowerPoint and all that. And I'm going to focus on getting that TV moved, and maybe we can get out of there at a reasonable time today by dividing and conquering. We'll see you over there. Alright, so got my tools in here. Is just various stuff in the bin there. Got my hammer drill, which I'm going to need to drill into the brick in the room, which I'm going to show you in a minute. This is my impact driver, charger, a couple batteries, and this of course is a toolbox, which you guys haven't seen before. I got this last Christmas and I'm just now starting to use it. So this just has, random stuff in it. Crimpers, measuring tape, all that fun stuff. So, let's go look at the room. Here is what will be the conference room as soon as all of this stuff is taken out of here. Anyway, so they're going to have a long conference table pushed up against the wall. That window being off center in this room is like annoying, but as you can see, this is drywall that hasn't been textured or painted or taped or anything like that, because it was just put up. This room and the one next to it on the other side of the wall were the same room. So what we are going to do, what I'm about to do is I'm going to measure the width, because they want the TV centered on the wall. So I need to measure the width, find the middle point, mark it with my handy dandy pencil here. And then that way I can know where my my wall mount needs to go. So I'm assuming that I'm going to be pretty close to those vertical lines right there, and the TV is going to extend over probably 2/3 of that window. So that is what I'm working on, and once I get that marked, then I have to go get the TV and there's a shelf for like a Blu-ray player and whatever they want to put on there that goes below it. So I need to get those two things from where they're currently installed and bring them down, and then comes the fun part of actually getting the hammer drill out and going to town. Joys. So let's get this done. Okay, so the TV and the wall mount are down, so now it's over to the conference room where the real fun begins. Alright, we got the mount up, and that's in there, which is good. So now I need to do the same thing for the shelf. And that is going to be this guy. So one thing I'm not sure of is if I have Tapcon screws that are narrow enough to go through those holes. Stand by. Alright, I'm back. I have my mount for the shelf, and I have, it's the same size, 1/4 inch, but it's a slot head, or flat head. And it's actually narrow enough to actually fit through this little channel right here. So I'm going to get going on that. Need to figure out what level is, mark my hole positions, drill the holes, and then I can get to mounting the shelf. I have a handy built-in shelf now. So I just need the power cord plugged into the TV. There is no power in here yet. They're gonna do that later. But once I get the power in and kind of make the TV more centered on the wall in terms of manipulating the bracket, I'm done with this install. All right, we are done. Oh, I gotta turn the TV off. So, we have decided that PowerPoint for Mac is a terrible, terrible piece of software. It doesn't seem to be able to run videos inserted into slides very well. It's a huge resource hog. And if you're doing presentations in a church, you just shouldn't use it. I know it's cheap and all that, but it's just not worth it. So, just a quick overview of what we did. We hooked up another monitor, we hooked it up to the old iMac, the 27-inch from last year, because they wanted us to do that, and it functions. That's all I know. All right, so we got the TV and the shelf mounted here. This is a 43-inch, I believe. No power, no signal. Their electrician is going to do that later, which is good. And what else did we do? We did some cleaning up behind the matrix. We discovered that output 1, when it goes to one of the projectors, is actually dead. So I have to talk to Intellics about that, see if there's a warranty that we can take advantage of. So we just plugged it into the number 4, and it's working just fine. There was the PowerPoint issue, and we discovered that we have 3 additional inputs on the matrix that we can use for the Apple TV and whatever else they want to plug in. So with that, we're out of here. We're gonna pack up the car. We'll be back tomorrow to do some training and maybe plug in that Apple TV and that kind of thing. But other than that, thanks for coming along. Not sure what else we're going to show you other than some of the ride back home. Any questions? Comment on the video. And I'll go ahead and make sure I put my Instagram and Devon's Instagram in the description below. Thanks for watching.
They're recording audio.
No wiggle at all.
How much is this? $2,500?
Something like that.
There you go. I have my bazooka cannon.